Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you a very special story from the Miranda Sings / Colleen Ballinger show in Boston. I had VIP tickets and I'm going to tell you all about it. So later on in the video, I'm going to have a special guest join me and I'm going to ask her some questions about what the show was like for her. She had some very special experiences that you won't want to miss out on hearing. So without further ado, let's jump on into the video. So, as you can see, I'm wearing a Spread Happiness sweatshirt. This is some Colleen Ballinger merch, and this is what I wore to the show. Basically, I'm gonna start all the way from the beginning when I found out that I was getting the tickets. So I don't have any footage of this, but we were at a restaurant and I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw Miranda's tour dates post. And I didn't hear that she announced she was going to Boston yet. And I don't think she announced it online yet. Many times before this show, I had, like, she was near Boston and I could have gone, but like the timing just didn't work out and everything just didn't work out. So I said to my dad, next time that she comes to Boston, we're going and we're getting VIP because I really wanted to meet her. More like Colleen, but also Miranda's so funny and the show was amazing. When I saw the tickets were on sale and I saw these 3 seats, like right near the front, like a couple rows back. I think it was like 8 rows back. And I was like, oh my god, I need to get these tickets. And I didn't even realize that the front rows, like the front section, is all VIP. And when I figured that out, I was like, oh, this is perfect. So my dad was there and he was like, oh my god, Miranda's coming to Boston, we need to go. Like he was it sounded like he was kind of joking. But anyways, he was serious and he let me buy the tickets. The tickets were very expensive, let me tell you. For 3 VIP tickets, I'm gonna look up for you guys how much that was. So like, it's obviously not like Colleen's like fault or choice, I guess I should say, on how much money tickets are. It's really the theater, but paying that amount, it was so worth it for the show. So for the 3 VIP tickets, it costs $263. So that's $75 for a ticket, per ticket, and then some like fees. We fast forward in like October. So that's how long ago this was. The show was April 6th, and I found out before October. But October, Abby was hanging out with us, Kelly's friend, Precious Dreamout Nursery on Instagram. And somehow we were in this Babies R Us, and Miranda came up because like this one Toys R Us in New York follows me, Kelly, Abby, and Miranda. So Abby was saying like how she loves Miranda and all that. And then when we were at checkout, somehow it came up that we were going to the Miranda show. Abby was like, no way, I need to call my dad and I need to get these tickets. And I was like, well, I bought 3 tickets. I was planning on taking Kelly, me, and like one of my friends. And I was like, we can take you, Abby. And Abby started like crying in the middle of like this Babies R Us at like checkout where there's like lines. And so people were just looking at her like crying, and the cashier too, they were looking at her crying because like it's just so random for someone to start crying in the middle of a Babies R Us. It was just so like shocking to her, and she was just so excited because she has watched Colleen for 5 years and she just really wanted to meet Colleen. Basically, fast forward a long time, now it's April. Abby already knows she's coming. She's been Instagram DMing me at like almost every day, like how many more days are left, and it's just so much, and she's making it so exciting for the show. I feel like if I took one of my friends, they wouldn't have made it that exciting and they wouldn't have like hyped it up that much, but Abby did that for us. On April 5th, the whole month of April, I was trying to plan a gift. I was thinking of getting Colleen and Eric matching bracelets to kind of like say stuff about Eric Lean. But then I decided not to, and I decided to just like make cookies. So I made a couple of different like cookies. I made Froze Toes, a sunflower, like the Miranda Lips, a heart, and like a Colleen cookie or whatever. It was pretty cool. So now it's the day of the show, April 6th, and I am so excited. We have a half day at school. We have to leave at 3 o'clock to get to the theater by 4 to wait in this, like, to wait for the show. which starts at 4:30 for the VIP. We drive into Boston, and it is terrible in Boston. And Colleen just isn't welcomed to Boston, I guess, because every time she comes to Boston, it seems that something bad happens. One time in Boston, at a Boston show, she passed out. It's raining and snowing in Boston the day of the show. She has a cold. It's all terrible, and I started getting very scared for the show because she was Instagram storying, saying how like sick she is and how she slept for like 12 hours and how she's having like these dreams from her cough medicine. It's all like a lot to take in, and it's very scary. I feel like she was going to start making some cuts to the show, and maybe because she's sick, I know that in the past she's like had like Eric or like Corey just go on and do some stuff while she like needs to take a rest, like a breather. We get to the venue, which is in like the most like weird place in Boston. Like I had no idea that it was there. It's like in an alley. It's so weird. Me and Kelly were running because we wanted to get there. Abby has already been there for like maybe 20 minutes, and we are like running to get to her. We're running through the streets, and people are kind of like dodging us, and we have to like run through them. And at one point this one guy started running at us, and it was so weird. And so we get in, and we're in this like really small room in the theater, and they're like setting up, and we think we hear the sound check going on, which is crazy. That's when it all started becoming so real that we heard like Colleen a little bit doing her sound check, and it was crazy. And Eric posted an Instagram story of the stage, and Colleen was on it, and he put a heart around it. Eric, what are you doing to us? So then all these like security guards started like opening the doors and like moving around and trying to like get in and get out, and it's so hard for us to not like try and like run through when they're coming out, but we have to contain ourselves. So I think they let us in like a couple minutes early, and right there was like the merchandise booth, and then there's the little check-in area. And we thought we could get merch like right away, but you have to wait until after the meet and greet to do that, and like after you get your picture. So right when you check in, they don't even like scan your tickets, like you just say your last name, and they give you a Miranda Sings VIP badge, and this thing is incredible. Take a look at that. Beautiful. So I really like them. They're like actually like really cool. Sick. We're all checked in, we have our tickets. They also give you this little card for where to get your photo, and now we're about to walk in. So we're kind of just like waiting in this little lobby area where there's some concessions in the merchandise booth, and we don't know what we're doing, and we think we're like the first ones in, but we're not. Cause like everyone else just like disappeared. Like we're like the only ones in this lobby area, and like the people behind us. And we see that like there's just like this entrance to the theater, and we're like, are we allowed to go in? And they're like, yeah. So like we go in, because for VIP Q&A you get to sit wherever you can. Like it's not like assigned seating for the show yet. It was crazy. We got second row, and it was like we were so close to her. So we waited for a long time. We tried to start chanting, we were taking pictures, we were just doing all this fun stuff, and then all of a sudden Corey comes out. No, Corey was behind us, just like talking to these people casually, and we turn around and we see him, and I'm like, hi Corey, and like all that stuff, and he's like, hi, and then he like walks back, and then the show starts with Corey. Well, the Q&A starts with Corey, and he comes on and like does some like talking or whatever, and then Colleen comes on, and it was crazy seeing her, because this is the first time I've seen her like in real life. So if you've ever met a YouTuber in real life, like the feeling of it is just so weird, and it just feels so like not real, and they don't feel like a real person. But with Colleen, she felt like a real person. It's crazy. So she comes over with her stool, and she puts it literally like right in front of our section. The section's like this like small sliver, and she's like right in front of us, and it's crazy how close we are to her. And right when she comes on, she recognizes our friend Abby. So the Q&A went on, and somebody asked about Eric Lean. You shouldn't be asking about Eric Lean. If you do go to one of these VIP Q&As, like don't ask about Eric Lean. Like it is her own privacy. She's already answered this question many times. And she just says, like, whatever you think. Like, so if you think it's real, then okay. Like, so just like leave it at that, and because it does make her very uncomfortable. So after all the questions are done, it's time to go up and take our pictures. So we take our pictures, and it's a lot of fun, and I get to hug her, we get to meet her, we get to like talk for like a little bit, and then it's moving on. So when I went up to her, I was like speechless. I just like, all I could say was like hi, and she said she liked my sweatshirt because it's like her merch, and I was like thanks. And then we took two pictures, and after that, we just had to walk off the stage. But before we walked off, Abby asked Eric on the other side of the stage to like walk over to where our phones were, because they take your phones on one side of the stage so you don't have them when you're meeting her. So Eric meets us on the other side, and we all get like a picture with Eric, and it's like lots of fun. Eric's a little like shy, I think. So then we walk off the stage, and we have basically like 2 hours to kill. We're just waiting around. We went to the merchandise booth. I got a signed picture of Corey, Colleen, Daisy, Gus, and Moose. I know, insane. And a signed poster with Colleen and Miranda. So then we wait around for like 2 hours for the show to start. And in that 2 hours, the general admission people started showing up, and they had the gates closed for them. So it was just like all these like Mirandas, I guess, and like Colleen's cookies, if that's what you want to call like Colleen's fans. They were all just like in that area, like being gated off. It was so funny. I have some pictures of it. But I felt so bad for them. And then we go back into the theater, and this is the point where like general admission's in, like everyone's coming in, and we have to go to like our assigned seats. So our seats are really good. Like it's insane how good they are. I'm so lucky to have gotten them because I didn't get those seats right when they were announced. So before the show starts, we try and start some more chants. We start like singing. We're trying to like get the audience to like join along and like make it like really fun for everyone. But no one really joined in. Miranda even tweeted out to start chanting meat. So our little section started chanting it, but no one else was joining. Like it was like a couple people. So that was really sad because I wanted to hear like this whole like theater full of people just start chanting meat, meat, meat. Our audience was very loud. Colleen even said it. I don't know if she says that at every show, but we were like very loud. That was one of the loudest audiences I've ever been in. And it made the show lots of fun, and it gave Colleen lots of energy, which was really good because she was sick. Like she needed that. Colleen was able to pull through like an amazing show even while being sick. That's like insane. And she didn't have like any like fillers or like any breaks really. So it was really good. She was able to pull off like an amazing show, and I want to live it again. And it's just like so sad that it's over. So yeah, that was basically it for the night. After that, we had to just leave right away. So yeah, that's basically it of this story time. That's my end of the story, and all that footage is all I got, pretty much. And other than that, it was mostly like for copyright reasons why I didn't include some of the footage I got. I hope you enjoyed this story time, and I hope that this like inspires you to like go to one of her shows or like start watching Colleen, because she is amazing and so talented. Like it's insane. Join me in the next video where I'm going to be interviewing Abby, the girl who Colleen said her name.
I love you so much! I love you! What? Wait, did you say my name?
And we're gonna hear her end on what she thought of the show. So thanks for watching, and join me in the next one. Bye! I got a lot more clips from the Miranda show than I was expecting, so that's going to be uploaded in a separate video before the interview with Abby. So if you want to see any of the clips from the Miranda show, it's really good. It's a lot of the funny parts from the show in Boston, so make sure you watch that when it's up, and thanks.